home. Go. Nope. Here, let's see. Let me make sure. Make sure it's the right direction. What's happening, everybody? All right, there we go. Making sure it's the right direction. How's everybody doing tonight? Sorry for the little bit of late start there. Hope everybody's doing good. Brother Adam in the house. What is happening, my brother Adam? What's happening, Lamuel? Boom, boom, boom. Brother John. Don, North Dakota. Man, definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Brother Chucky, Tech Made Easy, Rudy, Brother Johnny Ortiz. We'll give just a second for everybody to kind of tune in. Brother Jeremy, Brother Michael, Gilvo from Arizona. Lisa in the house. My brother David Cordell. We'll give it a minute here. Who else we got here? Michael, back in the building. My brother, Michael Legs, Rob Diesel, Eldon in the house. Brother Yazi, Randy, Linda, Cody, Kevin, Brother Paul, Larry. Boom, boom, boom. And definitely appreciate you guys turning in. Brother Steph, what is happening? Bakersfield in the house. Look at with the fancy lettering. You're going to have to show me how to do that, my brother. We're on the chat. It shows the cool lettering. But definitely, I'm going to talk just for a quick minute. And then I'm going to have my daughter talk for a minute. And we're going to get going. My brother Fat Lack in the house. Of course, tonight we're going to be doing the 12 by 32. Next week, my brother Travis, Ernesto. Definitely good to have you guys. Next week, I'm going to be doing a piece for my brother Cordell, a commission piece that he's gifting somebody. We'll be doing a Bel Air logo with the emblem with some teals. So that'll be way cool. Definitely appreciate the support there. And tonight, let me tell you, I have no clue what we're doing. This is called Freestyle Night. Usually those ones come out pretty good. But I got to say, sometimes it's, it's always good to have a plan. But that's not always the case. Man, that's something, let me tell you guys, that's something struggle with. When you're an artist, man, trying to just even figure out what I'm going to do tonight on the live is sometimes a struggle, because it's like, you feel like you've done everything, and it's like, man, I know Fingerprints. Trust me, that was on my list, but man, it's just one of those things. My brother Manuel, it's like not being fully prepared. And of course, like I say, really, man, really want to be doing the 90s mini truck style, but it's just, man, I need to prepare a little better. You know, I need to be telling people over here, the people that are coming to the house, it's like cutoff time is like 3 o'clock, so we can get prepared for, of course, the live. But I really want to do that. And then, of course, back to that, you know, I'm always open for suggestions. And then back to that, definitely have spots open for the commission piece. You know, if anybody does want to do one of these boards, you want your logo on it, you know, it's $350. It's on the website. It'll be a 12 by 32 inch board, whatever colors you want, and we can go from there. So definitely appreciate it, brother Steve, brother Dio in the house. Well, I'm gonna let my daughter just talk real quick. I'm gonna hand it over to her real quick so she can talk loud and proud.
Hi guys, good afternoon, good evening. I first and foremost want to start Grandpa's on. He said, ask your dad if he's gonna do blue lightning stripes today.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I do want to let you guys know we definitely appreciate you guys sending the sending just pictures of your work, images of your work. Man, putting that on the website, posting what you guys are doing is definitely a blessing. I know it blesses my dad to see what you guys come up with, how you guys are doing your work. Definitely too, if you guys are on the website, if you guys can do the reviews, review any products that you guys have gotten, that definitely helps boost just like what other people are reading, what they're checking out. I know we're working on doing a loyalty program on the website, so if you're a constant customer, we're trying to get some type of point system going for you guys. I know on the website too, we put up the pre-flaked boards, so we have different sizes. We got the crosses, the MDF boards. We do have limited numbers, so definitely check those out. Check out the website. We also got some new products. We got a new colored flakin'. I gotta post that guy up. We got some new clears that my dad's definitely going to be talking to you guys about. Those are on the website for sure. And if you're on the Facebook Vanderslice Family Custom Shop, our Facebook page, I know we're going to be talking about a big raffle, so definitely be checking that out. Stay tuned. It's going to be a pretty cool raffle. I'm trying to get with my pops to see what exactly we can do for that, but we're going to be doing a big raffle, and just a big thank you to you guys for just watching the YouTubes, for supporting us, for posting, reposting, sharing anything that we're doing. You guys definitely make it, like, you guys make it happen, and we really appreciate it. I know my dad says we're a small local shop, so anything that you guys do to help just share, post, talk about it, buying products is a huge blessing. So we definitely appreciate you guys. It's been cool just working with my dad full time now, because now I'm both feet in, full throttle, and just getting to know all of you guys, talking to you guys. You guys definitely bless us. You don't even know. So I appreciate you guys. And on the website too, we have a one of the things that I put up is just a prayer request part. So I know that's always open. You can put it in anonymous. It's just so my dad and I can pray for you guys behind the scenes. That's definitely something, there's power in prayer. So we appreciate you guys. God bless you guys, and we look forward to having you guys here on the YouTube with us.
Boom. And then I did want to say too, I know she made on the website too, there's a area on the website. It's a section, if you need prayer, if you're asking for prayer for anybody, don't hesitate to go on there. You know, even if it's anonymous, you know, you want to pray for somebody that's anonymous. Man, God knows who we're praying for. We could all use some encouragement and prayer. That's for sure. And we definitely appreciate you guys. And like I say, like my daughter just said, man, we appreciate you guys that have been supporting the website. It means a lot. It means a lot to us. Like I say, we don't get a lot of orders, but the ones we do, we appreciate from you guys. I can't even express enough. And those that are local and those that have been sharing, you know, that we're selling paint and doing all of that, we appreciate you guys to the fullest. So I know we got a few people on here, and definitely wanted to give a shout out to, I don't even know if Brian's on here, but my brother Brian Grubbs from Topeka, he took the class in Kansas, and man, just really another person that, you know, we just hit it off. You know, we communicate quite a bit. Man, he blessed me with GoPro 10 and a whole setup. So, of course, we're going to be trying to figure out to set that up to try to get that going. And just trying to make things better. I know it's a little bit at a time, but we appreciate the support. And even last week, let me tell you, I've been talking so much between the after-school program and just everything going on. Man, I lost my voice last week, and I'm still a little bit struggling, but it's doing all right. So, you know, I want to continue to be consistent. So, definitely appreciate you guys. Like I say, we're going to be doing a 12 by 32 inch board tonight. Wax and grease remover. Like I say, thank you guys for the support. Let me tell you, thanks for the orders. Man, can't even tell you what's happening, Brother John.
Any wise words of wisdom from Uncle Rudy?
Yeah, any wise words from Uncle Rudy.
Thanks for watching.
Yep. Yeah, definitely same thing. You know, Uncle Rudy's got the motorcycle rims, the white walls and spokes. Hit him up too, Innovative Styles. Definitely, thank you, Lisa. Appreciate you. Definitely thank you guys, everybody that's been supporting. We appreciate it. Okay, that's pretty much it, man. We're done for the night. What do you guys think? It came out amazing, right? I thought this like kind of dull look would kind of be a big hit tonight. What do you think? What do you guys think? It looks great, huh? Jerry, you guys have a good night, man. No, I'm just kidding. I know I was sharing, let me tell you, there's this piece, and man, it's hard to, up at the Taos Museum in here in New Mexico, they got, there's like this, it's at, what is it again? Trying to think what her name is. It's this famous lady. She's already passed away, but they have some artwork up at the Harwood Museum in Taos. And it's this room. These pieces are like worth like millions of dollars. Let me tell you. And man, you look at them and it's like literally three 4x4s. And it's just like 3 different shades of white. And these things are worth millions of dollars. And people fly in from all over to see these things. And it's like, man, you just look at them and you wonder what the heck. And I mean, there'll be people that look at it and tell you it's like, you know, my brother Steve, it's funny. Probably something, yeah, that's probably what it is, Dio. It's crazy. I mean, it's like literally I'll have to, and it's like to me, it's like, man, I don't see what people see in it. People fly in for like a religious experience. It's like literally 3 4x4s, 4 feet by 4 feet, and it's got like one shade of white, about a foot. It's got another shade of white, another foot, and it's like I don't see what people see. It's crazy, but of course everybody's got a different outlook on art.
I think it sold for, I think it's called The Trial, and it sold for like $20 million.
$20 million. Do you?
Yeah,
is there?
I was trying to look it up. It's just a white canvas.
Crazy.
Well, it has different shades like it.
So I'm gonna do the border, and I see even my brother Travis was like, "How about some flames?" And man, I kind of grew up. That's what I grew up doing was flames. And of course, when I did my first lowrider, I was like, okay, I'm done. But of course, already did, but still did quite a bit. People always want flames. I mean, I haven't done any in such a long time. Of course, we're gonna do the border here. And then I did want to say too, we got in some other clear too. Same brand. It's a high solids. It's on the website it's $97, and it's a high solid Euro clear. For those a little bit more on a budget, it's the 7.5 liter setup, and for $189. I'm gonna wipe this thing one more time. These are some of the boards we did for the flake class a couple weeks ago. It's happening, my brother Steve. Man, like my daughter was saying, thank you guys for the good reviews on the website. We appreciate it. Thank you guys for sharing. She has been adding people's artwork too to the customers amazing artwork section on it. We're trying to add a little bit, so please, she's literally been doing that. And so if there is something you want to share what you're working on, back to that. If you're, and they're able to send it to the website, aren't they, or not really?
Yeah, I know a lot of people too have texted images to my dad. I know it's hard to get his phone away from him to kind of pull those images. So if you guys even put them in the Facebook family, or you can send them as a message to me, that's probably the best way. It helps me get them up there quicker because I'm trying to post them like once or twice a week. So, and like I said, I know a lot of you guys have personally texted my dad, which is, he loves getting this stuff. So just shoot me a text or a message and I can get them up on the website ASAP.
My brother said here, Revive Customs. I've done over 500 flame jobs. I feel you, my brother. That's all I used to doodle in school. Brother Jose, what is happening? And brother Jerry in the house. Taping up the border. I definitely appreciate that, Travis. Yes, and one thing, like she just said, if you're on Facebook, it's called it's a group, it's public, Vanderslice Custom Shop Family. And that is geared to share what you're working on. No drama, let me tell you. We're not trying to be beat people up because you don't know a certain thing, or you ask a question. You know, that's a very sad thing. It's like, man, we're supposed to encourage people and give some kind of encourage people in the right direction, not beat them up. Nobody likes to get beat up. They always say sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's actually a complete lie. So definitely want to encourage you guys to share your work. I don't care if you're just beginning, if you've been doing it for years, man, we appreciate it.
Is the Facebook link posted in the description?
No, I didn't
post
it, but
let me see. I should be able to post it in the chat.
Boom, boom, boom. So back to this. Here's where I've been posting. Yeah, thank you, Adam. I appreciate it too, brother. So, in fact, let me get. out. Pattern time. Brother Adam in the house. Southwest Riding. What is happening, my brother Chris?
What is your favorite car that you painted?
And probably my favorite car painted would be a it was a hopper. It said San Jose across it. It was purples. I did kind of old English style. You can see it on my Instagram. And it was just a hopper. Man, I appreciate that, Steph. Definitely, brother. What is happening, my brother Cody? So, let's see here. You know, like I said, it's so hard to figure out what we're doing you know what I mean? It is a good one. It's like, man, and then color-wise, definitely kind of had some colors today, but that depends on what we're doing.
Pink polka dots.
Pink polka dots. Boom, boom, boom. Well, let's do, you got that measuring, the yardstick over there? I think it was.
I can definitely grab it.
Man, I definitely appreciate that. Man, I appreciate that too, my brother John. Definitely appreciate the love. I know a lot of people are liking the product, man. It is made with love. So I'm gonna go split it down the middle. I was about ready to do flames. We will do that. Man, if I'm gonna do flames, let me tell you, I'd like to have the torches here. When I do flames, I like to tape the flames, and I like to literally do the settling on the outside of the flame. And then with the candy in it. So if we're gonna do flames, man, we're gonna try to do them, of course. And I can never do, like I say, I'm not an airbrush artist. I'm not, you know me, you guys know I'm pretty shaky. Never did the real flames. You know, I was just always old school, you know, old school style. You know, just even, I'm not gonna do flames tonight, but, you know, just even if we were, of course I already pulled the tape out a mile long. But flames are always a big hit. I know everybody's got their own little style.
What is your dream car?
What is my dream car?
Yeah. And how would you paint it?
Yeah, that's a good one.
With what colors?
Well, that's a hard question. Man, honestly, some of my favorite cars, I mean, I like the 70 Riviera with the skirts. Of course, you guys all know I'm a Cadillac guy too. Astro van, there we go. Of course, I'm just doodling real quick. Right now, he keeps hitting it. Sorry. Let me tell you though, flames are like such a good, how would you put it, man? They are probably one of the best things you can do to get your turns, to get your, to really get your dimensions good. And like I say, and of course there's so many different ways to do them. People do the crab claws, people do the extension. I mean, just so many different things you can do. But it's really a good example of from going skinny, widening, keeping that good. Your turns, same thing, slowly getting bigger and bigger, keeping back to that with the turns, getting some nice flows with the points. You know what I mean? There's just so many things you can do. You know what I mean? So like I say, that's just a quick, you know, on the flames. I mean, something quick. And then just depending on what you're going. And of course, it's back to that too. Back to like even like this. Instead of this, you got your double flames. So of course, this would come in, crisscross through here, overlap through there. Of course, we could cut that out. That one goes underneath, you know, just like we were doing patterns. Same thing with right here. You could come in right here, same thing. Of course, I already kind of tore it off too short, but you guys get the gist of it. You know what I mean? So back to that, we would cut there. Depending on where you're trying to do it. Like I said, I kind of cut that off a little bit early. You always want to get your turns nice and smooth. It might take, like we always do, a few times to really get those turns good. But swoop it through, do your cuts. And then back to that, depending on what you're doing. And of course it is back to that if you're, you know, if you're gonna do double flames, you know, it's back to that going in and kind of figuring out where you're gonna do the double. But that's just a quick deal. We'll do that another time, like I say. I'd like to have the settling torch. Boom, boom, boom. There's our first little pile of tape. No, just kidding. But not kidding. So back to that. And then, because I really kind of wanted to go tonight. I wanted to go, man, I wanted to go tonight with orange, gold, and magenta. Orange, gold, and magenta. But we'll see. I have the golds out too. I was going to do golds, 3 different shades of golds. So it just depends on what we're doing.
Like we'll do the tape whisperer.
Yeah, the tape whisperer. That's funny. Okay, so let's see here. So back to that, I got my middle. We'll probably do something back in our little hood series, which is kind of my favorite ones that we've done so far. And back to that, it's just trying to figure out something different. You know what I mean? Do it, Rob, Brother Steve said. So we'll do that. So I'm gonna just run. I'll run this line right here just through the middle that I measured. We'll do a few other measurements. Or do we do no measurements tonight? Except for the middle one. Just kidding, but not kidding. So I'm gonna do 19. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 13. Same thing I'll do, let's see, 25, which ends up 9. We'll do 9. Boom. And then we'll do, let me see, same thing. 16. We'll do 19. Back to that 13. 25 too. And then we will do darn ruler don't fit. 16. Right there, just to get a couple basic deals. This is kind of like what I told you guys too. If you're doing a roof or a hood, you got to pretend like this is a huge roof or a big hood. You know, back in the day, I mean, I never really did much measurements, but that is something. If you're doing a hood, trunk, roof, it's always good to kind of get your center from whatever it is. If it's from the back windshield to the front windshield, you want to get that center measurement from whatever car it is. If it's you got your gutters, you got, I mean, depending on what car it is, some are hard. If you're doing the bombs, like let's say it's Travis's car. What do you have, Travis? What is it, a 51 or 52? The black, your Chevy. You got to think those roofs round. They round over, so. You know, of course, you're going to be using a measuring stick and going to cut it. You're going to have to break out with the measuring tape and to get some good measurements. And my whole point is, if you're going to be running lines, and let's say, I mean, man, watch, I'm going to measure this cutlass real quick over here. So about, the roof on this cutlass is about 51 inches. So just pretend this is, back to that. You want to get you some nice kind of spots that you can kind of go in, like we talked about before, to kind of run some of your basic lines. Doesn't matter if you're going to be cutting them in, whatever. These just give you some really good points to make your life a lot easier when you're doing from side to side. And you're trying to do that duplicating on both sides. You know what I mean? Man, I'm glad too, everybody. Looks like everybody's been seeing, same with that, seeing each other's work. And like I say, my daughter's continuing to post on the website. The customers, amazing work. Back to that. I'll put I know I didn't put my phone number in again, but you guys can, isn't the phone number when you go to the website, you can, doesn't it have our number like up on the top part? Yeah, so, and you should be able to on the front page if you're on a computer. I don't know if it does on the iPhone. There should be my phone number or my daughter's phone number. Please, yeah, Trulers too. My brother, my brother Jack, he used to support the class all the time. He used to send us stuff for the pattern class, which is always a good thing too for measuring. But you can see the number it should be, so you guys can share what you're working on so we can post it. But so I'm gonna come in back to this. You know, I'm gonna kind of pretend back like this is, you know, we're working on a Cadillac cutlass. You know, in fact, not a cutlass because it kind of goes straight down, but you know, like more like a Grand Prix Cadillac. So we're gonna cut in. I'm gonna kind of cut in between. I don't want to cut too much. And this, I am just gonna eye. I'm just gonna kind of eye that space where I marked there. Same thing. Come over here. Same thing, and I kind of eye that space. And back to this, we could sit there, you can measure every little thing if you want to. People used to ask back in the day, man, with 2,000 lines on a car, man, you guys cannot expect somebody to measure every one of those lines. And I used to make that very, very, it's just impossible. You know what I mean? Let's see, Brother Cody, Humid Times, which reducer and clear do you recommend? Man, I would definitely recommend the 900. is definitely a good one, and I would get it flows out. It stays wet longer, my brother Cody. And honestly, now it's getting out there. You could get very slow hardener, or you could get the slow hardener. I would recommend, especially where you're at. You know what I mean? Man, I appreciate that too, my brother. I really appreciate it. Vintage Rider, appreciate you. And I know most of you I have, I don't know if I literally have your number, my brother. Most people have my number. I just sent a video today on your Instagram. Rear fender on my bike. And I definitely been checking out. Definitely keep up the good work, my brother. So I'm going to come in, and let's just say you did want to come in. Let's just see. 7 1/4. 7 1/4. So boom. That worked out, just eyeing it. Man, it's hard to measure every little thing. You know, like on my brother Steve's, I sit there and measured every little, man, and that it's time consuming. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna come in.
Would the 900 be the clear to use for flow coating after using the 700?
Yeah, you could use it for flow coating too. Definitely. Yeah, with the 900B. Yeah, definitely, my brother Don. And like I say, let me tell you, Don, all of those, the 800, the 900, the 700, take the same hardener, which is a good thing. So I'm going to come in, kind of the usual little, coming in with the 1/4 inch. Same thing over here. Whenever you do one thing, you should always do the other side instantly, just because of memory. Man, okay. Man, somebody just used this word the other day. Memory something. Memory, like memory muscle. It's like if you're using it, you know, it's something you're remembering right away. Yep. So, of course, let me get my... So I'm going to come back, the J-tape right here. With our 3 shade. Same thing. So my whole point, if you're doing one side, go do the other side right away. It's way easier and way less time consuming than to do one side and then try to go duplicate it. Now let me tell you, if you're doing the side of a car though, it's a different story. Muscle memory, yep. It's a different story. If you're trying to come up with what you're doing on one side of the car, I mean, it would be a waste of your time unless you're already set on what you have planned to go do the other side. But let me tell you, once you do have it figured out, man, go try to start doing the other side of the car instantly, because it does, it takes a lot of time once you have something figured out, and especially something like what I do, just excessive taping to go try to figure out everything from side to side. If you're able to go do one line, go to the other side, do that line. You are going to appreciate it. Just on time wise, because man, some of those jobs. Hey, thank you, Tommy. I appreciate it, my brother. Yeah, that 1/2 inch tape, my brother. Without it, and it sucked not having it. What is happening, my brother, Mr. Wham? Definitely appreciate it, Tommy. I hope everything's going good. Amazing show last week, or I should say the week before. So back to this. In fact, no, I'm going to come back in. I'm going to come in with the 1/4 inch.
Tommy said, can you share a story about Lowrider history?
Lowrider history. How about, have you guys ever seen, of course this would be something more, have you guys ever seen the movie Heartbreaker? That's a must-see. Of course, then it's old. I mean, somebody young would be like, man, that's too old. Super cool. The painter's car gets, and I forget. I wish I remembered who had actually painted it. If anybody knows on here, the car that actually was the car that they used in Heartbreaker. And it came out, I would say, man, what year would you think that was, Rudy? Like 80, man, like early 80s? Yeah, 84, 85. Yeah. And they had a lot of lifestyle cars in it too. And the whole point, a bunch of haters, kind of, I hate to say, that's kind of the way it was back then. And of course you have haters right now too, but you know, some haters, because of who was going to win the show, that car was like literally, I mean, it had patterns all over. And especially you, man, when I seen that movie and I was just, you know, I was still fresh in this. And I mean, I was like, man, that thing is amazing. And I remember, I think the guy that was throwing the show, the big show that was going to be the big cash money, you would have never known it, but they thought it was the other club from one of the other clubs. They lit the car on fire, burned it down, so homeboy couldn't win. And they ended up finding out, of course, it was a guy that was promoting the show. They ended up burning it, but man, I forget even the club that he was from. Yep, 1983. I know I haven't seen that in such a long time, but I mean, that's a cool thing too. And then of course, like even back to that Lowrider history, like I say, even just, man, back then, let me tell you, like just even being a part of being able to judge like one of Johnny Lazoya's shows out in Phoenix, to be Raw Deal, which I think that guy just passed away too, the truck, Raw Deal. If you guys remember, it was, what was that, the Toyota? It was Oriental Blue, Pinks, Violets. And of course, competing against Wrapped with Envy. And of course, like I said, Lethal Weapon, Altered Image. You guys remember that? The gold Monte Carlo convertible. Man, the Engraver. I don't know if you guys remember that car. It was Bonneville, or I'm trying to think what it was. It was red. It was one of the first cars with all the engraving on the bottom, chrome moldings. Let me know if anybody remembers that. Yeah, Corvette Summer 2 had a bunch of the Lifestyles car in it. Yeah, Angel's car. Yep, the one that got burned.
Monte Carlo, isn't it?
The which one?
Angels?
No, it wasn't a Monte Carlo. It was.
Riviera.
Yeah, it was like, man, what? Yeah. Does anybody know? I don't remember that too. It might have been a Caprice. Does anybody remember what the car was in Heartbreaker, the one that was burned? Also, let's do a giveaway. We're gonna give away one of the 2x4 Vanderslice, the black banners, the paint supply banner, signed. Let's do 1 to 70. The closest one gets it. Yeah, Brandy Madness. Man, I'm going to have to Google that. Is that what it was, my brother Steph? It was white. I remember it was white with a bunch of multicolor patterns. And even cars like the Entertainer, that's one of my favorite, I mean, amazing paint jobs too back in the day. Okay, so back to this. We are pretending the headlights are up here. We're pretending that the emblem would go here, whether it's whatever it is. Grand Prix, a Cadillac, whatever it is. And of course, at this point, it wouldn't be a Cadillac. A Cadillac would be more
It can be.
coming like this, like a Camry, he said. Yes, sir. Let's see here. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come in. Trying to think. Let's see if we want to go off a couple lines, which I think I will.
See, with the money table.
It was in Monte Carlo.
That was
That's a good one. Man, it's been such a long time since I seen it.
yeah.
I know I used to have it on VHS. What was there? Boulevard Nights, Heartbreaker, Corvette Summer. Can anybody else name any other movies back then that had lowriders in it back in the 80s? Yeah, the OGs from Click. Yeah, Strictly Business. And then, of course, even Dressed to Kill caught on fire, too. If you guys remember Joe Ray's car. And here's a good one. Maybe somebody can clear this up. So, Tommy, here's a good one, too. So, and you know, you never know, too, rumors. Let's just say, so Dressed to Kill. Does everybody remember Dressed to Kill? It's the Riviera, the Botel Riviera, Joe Ray's. It has all the murals on the sides. Orange with all the murals on the sides. So it caught on fire. I mean, this would have been, man, I'm trying to think what year that even caught on fire. And of course, this was back to rumors. I don't know if it's real or if it's not, but I remember hearing that the painter or somebody put the date, the airbrush put the date they were gonna die. And of course, it's been a long time since even this story. And I think they put a couple dates of a few different people. And I think one of the people had passed away that was on the date on one of the murals, kind of one of the little tombstones on the side of the car. I don't know if that's real or not, true or not, or if that's just one of those stories that you hear. And of course, it's been such a long time. I'm missing half of the facts of even, but I don't know if anybody remembers that. So I'm coming in back to that. Gonna kind of break it up here. So this would be, let's just say if it had a chrome molding down it, that's where the chrome molding would be. If we were doing that. Back to that, I'm trying to keep with the, of course, the 3 shade for the little detail like you would see on a hood. And it can be from crazy to super clean to something simple, some straight lines. I mean, that's really, the guy's old Colorado. Look up Dukes, SoCal Car Club, YouTube history. I remember I checked that out too, my brother Steph. Now we got Frank. There's quite a few people from Dukes here in Albuquerque. They've been Dukes for a long time too, my brother Frank. Jerome. Okay, so I'm gonna come in with the vinyl just to kind of throw some color in there with the tape. back to that, I'm gonna come. Don't stretch the tape. What are some up and coming shows around anywhere? The newer movie Lowrider in 2016 was okay.
Albuquerque, June 2nd.
I know Albuquerque June 2nd, Rudy said. Should we do Lowrider Super Show here? I know the, what was it? The Kentucky one was last weekend. Of course, wasn't the original Lowrider this last weekend too. And then
The turkey show on the 11th. Turkey Fest, I mean.
the other Jerky Fest. My brother Travis throws. It's a little car show too here in Albuquerque. And then of course, man, that Peterson in LA, the Peterson Museum out there, they're having the kind of initial show for the Lowrider exhibit out there in LA at the Peterson's Museum. I've seen a lot of beautiful artwork. A lot of people did some amazing work for that. Some of the mini hoods. And instead of having the half of my car in there, just too much going on, Autumn's gonna be just putting up a picture of, I think, like a 3 by something size picture of the hood of my car, which will be cool to have something in the Petersons. I would have liked to have a real piece in there, but just too busy. Cinco de Mayo, yeah. That's that one, Steph, that's the one with all the palm trees, right? Oh yeah, La Bamba, Lloyd said. So boom, boom, boom. So back to that, pretend this is the roof or a hood. And of course we're sticking with the hood today. You gotta think, headlights are here. Emblem is here. Some simple ideas. June 8th is the Zoot Suit Riot Cruise. So same thing over here. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna duplicate that orange vinyl over here. Okay, we're gonna give away what number did you pick?
Rudy picked number 41.
41. Who had 41?
I believe that was Brother John.
Brother John.
John Martin.
John Martin, what a blessing, brother. Congratulations. My brother's way up there by Niagara Falls. Just say go follow my brother too. He paints guitar pedals, he rebuilds them, tears them apart, beefs them up. You see, sometimes it takes a few times to get those curves right where you like them. You don't want the weeble wobble. Yeah, congratulations, my brother John. Hey, I appreciate that, my brother Ted. Thank you, my brother. And most definitely, I know I didn't get a chance to get back with you. I will definitely take one of those compressors, my brother, the tanks. That would be a blessing, and I appreciate you. If you're able to bring it when you come in June.
Rob asked, what does it take to showcase a car at the Peterson Museum?
Man, you have to be selected. You have to be selected to be in it. And, you know, especially a lot of the cars, they wanted some, you know, cars that had been recognized in the past, some big winners. And like I said, it's a blessing for them to reach out to me. I know a lot of other people, same thing. Like, I mean, a lot of big hitters are going to have some artwork in there. I think that exhibit's, its grand opening is, I think I got my invitation and 2 tickets yesterday for, it's May 11th. Of course, I'm not even going to be able to go. Just got too many other commitments. Unless I can get out of them, but it's May 11th in Los Angeles. It's gonna last, I think she said it was gonna last, like, if I'm not mistaken, like 9 months. Like the art part of the exhibit. And you gotta think, Peterson's is pretty, let me tell you, that would be another, I don't even think, a lowrider was not even accepted, let's say 30 years ago. That was frowned on. And for them to be having a lowrider in the museum now, that's huge. And if I'm wrong, somebody correct me. But I'm pretty sure that was pretty frowned on. And just like anything else, just like you got to think how much lowriders are accepted now and how the culture has changed, the stigma has changed from what it used to be. From the gangbanging, drug dealing, crazy, troublemaking to finally it's getting respect for the art that it is, for the culture that it is, for the love. You know, it's just like anything else. We always talk about that. There's bad in everything. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's race. I don't care if it's... I know, that would be a good one. My brother revived. That is a good idea. It'd be cool to do 3 panels to show
An extension.
the yeah, between the hood, roof, and the trunk. I know, that is a good one. I'll definitely have to put that on the list too. And then, you know what's a cool thing too? Man, who is doing that? My brother Steve on here. Let me tell you, my brother Steve, he's on here all the time. I know some of you guys were commenting, Brother Dio. Man, I think some of his work my daughter posted on the site. Man, he's one of the volunteers that helps out with the after school program too. Man, he does some amazing work, and he has a real job. He just does it for fun. He's one of those naturals, but man, he did a piece a couple weeks ago, or like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he cut it in half and made it a 2-piece, which, I mean, it looks sick. It would be like literally cutting this in half to where it's separated. And of course, you guys remember I was telling him the other day, I was like, you remember those pieces they used to sell like at the flea market? Some of the lowrider art, you could buy it. It was a 3-piece, and the 3 pieces kind of made 1 piece. That's a good idea.
Brother Rob said, I need to get some vinyl from you. Just got the masking tape.
For sure, for sure. I appreciate the support too, my brother Rob. And of course, you can make all of this happen with the masking tape. Some people like vinyl. A lot of the old schoolers like the masking tape. I mean, you see pretty much almost every week, we just use straight up masking tape, the J tape and the 3M. But there's different purposes for everything. Let me tell you, like, let's say, like you guys see, I don't know if you guys see that, my brother Alameda's car that I did the cross on the roof. It's like a 52 Chevy. It's got all the oranges, kind of reds, oranges, silvers. That kind of had to sit because I couldn't work on it every single, day. I had to kind of come back every week, every 2 weeks or whatever. The masking tape will cook on there, especially he had a skylight on his roof, and I mean, literally in the roof in the shop. So I literally had to come back. I came back a month later. It was, baked on there. So I had to take all the masking tape off, start over, and I ended up using all vinyl to do everything until I was ready to start doing all my final masking and start spraying. And if you're, we've talked about it before. Honestly, I've had vinyl on a car for 3 years. You know what I mean? And it came off cherry. Of course, you don't want to keep vinyl on a car for 3 years, but you get what I'm saying. I appreciate it, Steph. Yeah, 3M, and it's getting outrageous, especially the vinyl. You got it, my brother Steve. So, so back to this. Pretty much, we could keep this. We could keep all of this open, or I could mask it right away so I can start figuring out what I'm going to do in here, which would be the ideal thing, depending on what we were doing. Huh? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Top is very clean.
Two-lane blacktop.
Two-lane blacktop.
That's what Grandpa said.
Yeah, two-lane blacktop. Hey, Dad. So I'm gonna come in. This is the low tack, the 1 inch, just to kind of mask up these real quick. In fact, I'm gonna keep that one open. We'll do this. And so far what we've done is pretty easy. You guys should be able to do it. Should be able to follow along. I know there's quite a few people that actually, they have their boards about this same size that they based inflate. They be taping along on Thursday night, which is so cool. Hey, Dio, I appreciate that, man. Definitely. I appreciate it, brother. Okay, so back to this. For you guys that are tuning in, we're pretending this is a hood. In fact, let me man, this has got turned a little bit tweaked. Holy moly. There we go. Let me angle this back. There we go. Let me make sure this is lined up here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so back to this. So this is where, oh, and of course I ran this across. And I seen,
When you're doing a candy apple paint job, do you just use the candy red or do you mix it with a darker red?
it just depends. Let's say, let's say you're doing, and you just want different shades, most definitely. I mean, there was jobs where, let me tell you, I did the first set of patterns, burgundy. The second set of red patterns, I did brandy wine. The third set, I did candy apple. You could do it that way, or you could do it back to that, where it's like, let me grab real quick. But you got to think something like this, besides a big old thumbprint in it. You know, like this right here, once it shows up, this is literally just one shade of red. And you got to think, you can get all those shades, of course, like we always talk about. This is where I shot white. That's where I shot the first red, all those super dark. Those would be literally 9 coats of the candy. That would be 6 coats next to it. That would be 3 coats there, you know, give or take, whatever. And then a couple coats right there where it's kind of the pink, the light shade. You know, you can get all kinds of different shades just with the one color. So it's like, man, to help save time. You know what I mean? That's a new cover right now. In 2 weeks, I'll be sharing my finished product, man. That's definitely a blessing, Kevin. Appreciate you, brother. So yeah, back to this. The hood, the headlights. Boom, the windshield would be right here. Of course, you know, we're only 12 inches versus, I mean, a hood, man, I'm going to guesstimate a hood is about 60 to 70 inches. Probably from the cowl to the, and then back to this. I mean, this is back, I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. I mean, from something simple to, you know, to something crazy, you know, it's back to that. You know, it's kind of got the basic layout. So, I mean, it's really, you know, it's really up to you at that point what you want to do. You know, how crazy you're trying to get. This is where I do this. So, yep, the fingerprint. He said the free. I know everybody keeps. That's a good one. That trying to do the fingerprint, and we could try to do. And that's literally. Let me tell you. This is literally what. Let me tell you, that's the very first one for today's thing. Let me tell you. And look, I did have the crystal stuff. I have a batch. I've had a batch mixed up that my brother Nick made from the class last year for the Crystallize. I had flames on here. It's hard to decide what to do. I'm like, man, Brother Lloyd, I appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, buddy, Rob's thinking fingers. That's funny.
And then they're asking if you have something taped off, is there a time frame to shoot paint, or do I have to rescuff it if it's been too long?
Depending on how long. I mean, I've went, let's put it this way. If I've shot, okay, let's use this example. Let me tell you, yeah, it's made with fertilizer, exactly. Let me tell you, so the question, one more time. Repeat that question.
Yes. If you have something taped off, is there a time frame to shoot paint, or do I have to rescuff it if it's been too long?
Okay, so imagine this. Let's say like, man, back to that where it's got extremely a lot of patterns. Like, I'm gonna say like even the purple Cadillac that I did, one of the newest ones that my brother Looney has. Man, you got to think 3 months worth of taping on that. 3 months of taping. And then you got to think 2 weeks worth of spraying. There's way too much to go back and scuff all of that. You know what I mean? If I was to spray and then let's say I couldn't really spray on it again for another week, man, that's almost ridiculous. And I haven't had no issues. I mean, I don't want to tell you to spray something and wait. I mean, I don't know how to tell you, like, you know, if you're going to wait, I mean, some ridiculous amount of time, yeah, that's a different story. But if you're staying like in a decent window, like in a week or so, you'll be all right. Because, I mean, if you're getting some crazy patterns, I mean, to go back in with the scuff pad to scuff all of those, some people will go back in with the adhesion promoter, spray adhesion promoter, you know, kind of over it after it's been setting for a minute, you know, but, you know, I haven't had no problems with that. And of course, let's use like Casanova, for example. That thing set when George got murdered. We had shot it with all those pinks and the blues and the magentas that everybody kind of tripped on when it came out. They're like, I liked it the way when it was red. People didn't understand that whole story. We'd already did it red already 3 times. That was already old. You know, we were doing something new literally for 2002, 2003 to bust out, you know, some candy blue and pink and wild cherry and magenta and violet and red and you know, he got murdered. That thing, literally all the patterns got sprayed. All of the black shading we had just got through, me and my brother Casket. He did half the car, I did the other half. And he got murdered. That car got wrapped with saran wrap. That would be in base coat. That would literally be in base coat. You know, literally inner coat clear. It got wrapped in saran wrap. It got parked in a storage for 15 years. Joe bought it, pulled it out. They washed it. They literally went over it real lightly with the scuff pad. Cleaned it up. I mean, and cleared it. And cherry. And it said all those years. You know what I mean? Okay, so we probably will. I'll do some. We'll try to do some fingerprints in the middle. But let me do a couple little fades in there. So I'll probably do a couple just so we can get some colors with it. And then I'll save a little space in here for fingerprinting. And then I know Lisa asked about the crystal. So the crystal is like a fertilizer. It's, you know, there's a bunch of recipes online that you can mix up. You pour it on. It crystallizes. I mean, super cool crystallizing. And the sad thing is, because this is wood, we wouldn't be able to do it unless we taped a border like this real nice with the vinyl. We didn't let it soak into the wood. And it crystallizes. And then you go back, you shoot black over it. And then you let it dry. Dries real quick. 30 minutes later, you can come back, scuff it with the scuff pad. And it will show all of the silver flake crystal. And black will be in all of the little cracks of the crystals. And then you can candy over it, do patterns over it, whatever. Way cool. We'll definitely have to do that. Yeah, once that dry, you gently rub. Boom, just go over it. The crystal makes crystals. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna come back in. Back to this. We'll tape a couple spots here. So same thing, I'm gonna come over here, about the same space. In fact, hey, go grab me some of that new 2mm. If you could. Do we already have?
There should be one here.
Is there one?
I thought we got one.
Grab another pack.
Is that a 1.5?
This might be a one. This might be the 16th inch, but we'll see. George had tons of cars. Jeremy Martinez. Yeah. Oh, you don't even know Dio, man. Jeremy, photo, man, that, like I say, you know what's crazy? Of course, you know, photo, yeah, there you go. Photo, that was the very first lowrider I ever painted was for him, a Lincoln Mark, I'm trying to think what that was, a Mark IV. One of the big long ones.
Yeah,
70.
72, isn't it?
I think like,
Number one? No, that was Jeremy.
I think it was 79.
Yeah, 79, yeah.
Yeah, like 79.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, then photo I did the Dazzler for, then he sold it to Jeremy, and then Jeremy wrecked it, and then he sold it to George, and then George sold it to Gavino, and then I don't know where it ended up after that. And then of course, Jeremy, the Cadillac, you remember Dio, the Cadillac I did with the huge flakes too, the multicolor that was convertible. That was of course photos. I painted it purple and candied over it. And then he sold it to Jeremy. And Jeremy had Rudy's brother and a few other people. They did cut the top, did the convertible on it. And what do you call it? We did that multicolor. And then same thing, that got sold too. It's just sad. So I'm going to come in just with a few lines of this 2mm. And it's pretty cool. Nobody really has the 2mm. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I haven't really seen any. Just something different. You got to think it's in between, of course, the 16th inch and of course the 1/8 inch. I'm just going to put a couple lines just to kind of break it up. Right here. So you're even, so my brother Dio, so same thing. Yeah, exactly. The LTD, the Dazzler. So then you would be related even to Randy Martinez. They used to do all the murals. Hey, is my brother Brian on here too? I know I mentioned you late earlier. Wanted to say thank you for the GoPro, my brother, for blessing me. So I'm going to come in too one more time. Back with these 3 shade, 3 fade. No, I appreciate it, Brian. Definitely, my brother.
Cody's asking, do you still do full paint jobs? What would you charge for a semi-crazy patterns on the roof trunk?
No, no.
Coupe de Ville.
Nope. Sorry, my brother. I got this cutlass here, and it's like, man, I got so much else going on. I mean, you never know if something's ready and it's the right timing, but right now I just got so much coming on. And then, Cody, you're going to be moving here, right? To Albuquerque. Is that still happening? From New Orleans to Albuquerque. Okay, so I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna go against that 2mm.
Did you say hi to Brian yet? Brian jumped
Yeah,
on.
for sure.
Okay,
I told
was
him.
like, sorry.
Yep. So same thing. More detail with the fact, yeah. I'm just putting these a millimeter away from each other, or overlapping, I should say. You can get all of this tape on the website. Real affordable prices. I know tape is crazy. I appreciate you, Lloyd. Hope everything's going good, my brother. Okay, so I'm gonna try to save some for the fingerprinting, at least right through the middle here. So I'm gonna come around one more time. We'll kind of come around and swing back up. And I will probably, we'll do that just to back to this. We'll bring a little color in right here.
When is your next class gonna be?
Now, I wasn't gonna do one till next year. We might be doing one here in Albuquerque, possibly the end of September or October. Well, man, it's so many things could happen this year. It's crazy. It's election year. They're gonna do everything in the world to cause as much chaos as possible. And I'd hate for people to buy plane tickets and everything else, and then we gotta cancel. Because a chicken got the flu. Laugh out loud, but serious. Definitely, my brother Jerry. We'll have to talk even something like I told you, man. We'll have to figure out something, my brother. Definitely have to give me a minute. It most likely is going to be winter time. So yeah, definitely look out. Possibly, like I say, September or October. I know a lot of people have been asking. And of course, next year's a different story. Man, we'll be doing quite a few different deals. I know my brother Juan, Chicago. Possibly doing something over there. Quite a few places. And we're going to be trying to do, like I say, it's just, man, we just, so much going on. We're trying to do, I think, what is it called? The yard thing where you can...
I think it's called Streamyard.
Streamyard. We're trying to do, going to be getting the Streamyard so we can be streaming on like 3 different things at once. So like TikTok, whatever, Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, whatever it is. Okay, so we'll do inside there then. So back to this. I'm gonna mask this up. Just gonna come in real quick with the 1/2 inch. No need to use the low tack for that since it's such a small area, but if you're gonna do something in there, you wanna mask it up, especially if we're gonna do the fingerprinting. And man, the fingerprinting, I gotta say, depending on how you do it, it's a time-consuming process. And of course, people sell, back to that, you can get, I think you can get the stencils, you can make the, you can get those too, same thing, kind of the Cricut, get them cut out, but most people still do them old school, just taping.
Is the brandy brown candy like a root beer?
Yeah, I definitely have I have two. I can make the root beer formula. And if not, there is the brown candy. And depending on, like some of the root beers, they have literally to make them is candy black, apple red, tangerine orange, and some of the brown. Okay, so we got that little area taped up there. And honestly, I'm going to just these lines here, just so they're protected. Everything's kind of ready to spray. Everything that's underneath. And of course, I'm going to figure out what we're doing here real quick, and then we'll start doing these real quick. For sure, my brother Cody.
Cody comes out here, I'm giving him buckets.
Yeah, did you hear that, Cody? You're getting called out. You're going to get buckets. Basketball. He has a nice job out for UNM. And a place in Denver. But I'd rather go where it's warmer than Michigan winters. Woo, I can only imagine. Man, that's a good one, Michigan. Woo, and then Denver. And I got to say, like, Denver and Albuquerque are both the mile-high cities. But Denver gets a lot more snow. They get a lot more crazy weather. They're just in the jet stream, kind of the mid-jet stream. But as far as altitude, we're at 5,000 feet. Denver's at 5,000 feet. For the most part in the summer, it's about the same temperature. In the winter, we don't get much snow here. We do in the mountains, but not really in the city. Versus like Denver. So... trying to think here, because they don't want to get too crazy. We're already 940. Some burst on the sides, which we could do something like that too. So we'll figure that out. We'll get to the fingerprinting. Trying to do, let's see. You do it to where it shows up decent with you guys. So I'm gonna either use the green 3M. I really don't want to use a vinyl for that, but it would show up a lot better for you guys. But let's see. And of course, there's a few people do it a bunch of different ways. I mean, I've seen it all kinds of different ways. People just come in, flow through, and do that the whole way through. You know what I mean? That's not what we're doing tonight, though. But, I mean, you've seen it like that. And then, of course, I mean, there's just so many ways to do it. So, let's just say we were to do this. Get a little flow going here. It does. It takes up a lot of tape, literally. Be right back. Let me use the bathroom real quick, man. All right. Of course, this roll's almost gone. There we go. Not shortage of tape here. Laugh out loud. So, I mean, there's so many ways of doing fingerprinting. And personally, me, I've only done it a few times. Just because it was to the point, too, where just so many people were using it. Where it was like, man, it was just getting, like, back to that with everything. But it is a really good tool that you can add to your arsenal, which is huge. You know what I mean? So, I mean, depending on how you're trying to do it, we'll just kind of go with the flow. Of course, in this small area, only going to be able to demonstrate it kind of a little bit, but we will definitely do our best. Just want to try to position it right. Let's see. Move this again.
Brother Eli just jumped on.
What's happening, Brother Eli? Okay, so I'm going to cut this. Once you get it going, it's pretty good. Let me grab another razor blade. Back to this. Mark the razor blade. Let's see. So where I want to actually start that. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. I want to go back a little bit. Basically, wherever you do your first start one, you're going to build up of there. So back to this, and I'm pretty much, man, on most of these too, I like to use 1/4 inch. If you're gonna do it, you're basically just gonna continue to go. Quarter inch away. Honestly, I wish I knew where the fingerprint even came from. And I remember, let me tell you back, man, it would be, man, I forget his name. He's the one who painted Frank and Rosie's bomb from Texas. Jay Ferreira, I forget his name. But he's the one who painted that. It was that pink bomb. It had got bomb of the year. And, man, he did some crazy tape. That's the same time I did Casanova when it had won the 3 times. And he had an enormous amount of time in that thing too. I know he's on Instagram. Super lot of work too, a lot of detail.
Outer Limits?
Yeah, Outer Limits, yeah. If anybody knows, I think it is Jay Ferreira. He's out of Dallas. Man, a lot of detail in that thing.
Yes, I thought that was your work.
Yeah, no. That was his, man. Lots of work on that thing. Yep. Then, of course, I'm going to come here. Man, and let me tell you, with these fingerprints, man, you could do them with pearl. And of course, not with the silver with the flake, but let's just say this was like a nice, like yellow, almost like this pearl yellow. Man, you could go back with some pearl to shoot these two. Man, we're talking amazing. Really come out amazing. So.
John said everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas. There. I'm gonna split this here. It just sucks. We don't got too much room. Gotta think back then too, man. That was back to that, man. Texas and New Mexico was doing some big things, man. Gotta think. Was it Pure Insanity, the truck? Truck of the year. That bomb, same thing. Casanova over here in New Mexico. And of course we had a part with Rolling Malo too here in New Mexico, which was a Texas car. It's lots of tape, lots of tape. Same thing here. I could do one more, but then you could just keep kind of going with that. Well, man, it's almost good to split it up too. Just want to get that right curve. We'll see how it looks. Ooh, I tore off part of that.
Steve said there's a pink candy pearl convertible Cadillac. I always loved that color. I've been trying to recreate it.
Gotcha. Which one was it? Can you describe it better? Where was it from? We'll do another giveaway here too. You could do this with the 1/8 inch. You could do it with breaking up. And I know everybody does it a different way. You got to think we're just literally focusing on what's in there. Sometimes my OCD, all of this stuff.
So I don't quite remember. It was in the magazine a couple times. And then what numbers for the giveaway? Between 1 and
What are we at?
79.
79. Let's do to 85.
Between 1 and 85. Yes, Dacia's picking the number this time. Ethan said, what's up?
What's up, Ethan? Oh, I cut that one. Needed to add one more. Get that one up. Accidentally cut that one. Just to be part of this one here. Let me just do that one over. Cisco, what's up, Cisco?
Say hello. How much is gas out here, Dad?
Gas right now is I think we got it at Costco Sunday. We got it for $2.99 a gallon. It's like $3.29. Of course, that was last Sunday. I don't know today. But last Sunday is like $3.29 a gallon, like other places. How much is it? That's a good one. Actually, of course, we'll wait till everybody picks their. The giveaway, my brother Eldon, is another Vanderslice banner, 4x2 black signed vinyl banner. And for you guys that don't win and you want a signed banner, there are, how much are they online?
I think 50.
Yeah, they're 40 or 50. I'm not mistaken, online. Signed.
We just got them restocked because they went quick.
Yeah, they went quick. We appreciate, man, definitely the support. And then what was I gonna say too? Same thing. Do you have any Rudy 2 for sale?
Yeah, I can.
And then Rudy 2, same thing, the innovative styles. If you want one of those, just let us know. Same thing, just select one of the ones on the website, and you can make a note that you want one of the innovative styles ones. And then, like I say, we got, man, restocked up on some materials. And like I said, did end up getting a for those that are on a little bit more of a budget, you know, I hear a lot of people, man, I can get the 7.5 liters for $160 to $190. So I did end up from the X Prime. I got it's 97. It's Euro Clear, and it's I think 189 on the website. It ends up it's 5 liters and 2.5. 2.5 for the hardener. So you kind of see their fingerprint. My OCD right here just kills me. I mean, it just kills me. It's hard for me to like see where it goes up the page. Just for my own mental health, psych. But serious. I'm just gonna put that over it. And honestly, it's just going to a point. You can break it off. I mean, people have 300 ways of doing it. You know, kind of like I told you, a lot of people, some people just swoop through too. They'll just continue to swoop through, kind of the swoop. They'll go through. I mean, I've seen it done so many different ways. And of course, let me tell you, to duplicate that exactly on this side is very difficult. I mean, you could sit there and do it, and of course, we're not going to do it exactly on this side the way we did it on that side. But It's time consuming. Imagine this is just a small part. If you're doing, man, if you had to do this on the hood, you had to do it on the roof, you had to do it on the trunk, you had to do it on the sides. You know what I mean? Same thing.
You need a Vanderslice Dixon flannel.
Yeah, there you go. I know, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Number 2 fingerprints are all alike. That's good. Okay. How about 2? Can you? Oh, never mind. I got some right here. Man, we definitely appreciate you guys supporting the website. Let me tell you, man, really good feedback from everybody. Appreciate those that have been supporting. Really means the world to us. We're up against a bunch of big dogs.
Big dog.
A bunch of big dogs, and there's just so much competition out there. You think things are flying off the shelf and they ain't. You know what I mean? It's so we appreciate those that have been supporting, that have supported. It means the world to us. So same thing here. I'm gonna kind of do a, like I said, I'm not trying to get it the same as the other side, but Cisco, what are you chewing on over there, guy?
It's not a tape roll this time.
It's not a tape roll. Cisco chews tape.
He does his part.
He does his part. Like I say, please keep sharing what you're working on. We are trying to get as much up as possible up there. It takes time. Deja does a little bit. Every day she's been trying to add some on. So
I'll definitely be adding some Saturday morning. So if you guys can definitely share, send us stuff. I know for sure Saturday morning I'm going to commit some time to posting some stuff up.
And then same thing, you guys that are late joining on, if you're on Facebook, please go join. Man, and let me tell you, everybody on Facebook too, man, I would love to friend everybody. And I'm not saying this with the big head, but Facebook only allows you to have 5,000 friends. And I did end up switching my page to a digital creator. So I think people can follow my page and like it. But I'm not able to friend anybody past 5,000, and which is sad because I see a lot of people, you know, waiting in the friend queue. And let me tell you, probably 2,500 of those people haven't even. I mean, I just clicked whoever was, you know, when I first got back on Facebook like 10 years ago. And half of those names I go through and I'm like, I've never seen none of those people comment, or I need to go do a house cleaning, I guess you would call it. Lisa said, I gotta see Cisco.
I'll pick him up in a minute.
Yeah, he'll put, hey, and Lisa, he's on the website too. There, we have some pictures of him. We put that guy to work too. Hey, Brother Manuel, I probably can't make it till Tuesday. Would rather put gas than pay shipping. Man, I would appreciate that, my brother Manuel. Those things do. You're almost better off, let me tell you, brother. You're almost better off coming and picking those up, because shipping the skateboards and those pieces, man, it is, it gets up there. Okay. Let me do one more this way. So same thing, I'm gonna come back through here a couple times. Same thing here. Let me swing this a little bit more this way. It's another little breakup. Let's see here. Got that one there. Do another one here, one more. There's really no right way to do this, but and definitely when you know how to do it really good, it looks way cool. You know, like I said, I haven't done it that much, but it's a pretty basic concept once you figure it out. You know, Brother Robert, and his wife, he came by, got some stuff from Cuba today, and you know, it's one of those things, you know, we were talking like some things seem so intimidating at times, trying to figure it out, and then when you figure it out, you're like, man, that was so simple. Kind of like the basket weaving. I used to sit there and look, I'm like, how do they do that? How do they do that? And then when I actually sit and figured it out, I was like, man, oh my gosh, I've been this whole time thinking that that's super hard to do. Ended up really easy. Yeah, Cisco's over here chewing on, he chews on rocks. He gets rocks, he puts them in his paw, and he sits there and chews on them. He gets screws, nuts, bolts. He's crazy, let me tell you.
Tape rolls.
Tape rolls.
Typical shop dog.
Yep, typical shop dog. And he's he'd be 11. He's a pit bull, Brendel. He's about 11 years old. He's in pretty good shape for the most part. He's getting some gray hairs just like me. But okay, what was the number?
You ready?
Yep,
Punch.
we're ready.
Drum roll.
Drum roll.
Punch what?
Lucky number
84. Who was 84?
Which I don't think anybody was 84.
Okay.
But the closest was another drum roll.
Drum
Dio.
roll.
Brother Dio.
Dio, all right,
Oh.
brother Dio. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cherry. All right, congratulations, Dio. Definitely, brother. What a blessing. Okay. So same thing. I'm gonna kind of course I could do this way too. You come in like this. And then we could do a little split. Same thing, just come in. You got to think, of course, this is all from the Fingerprint. Of course, obviously, the name of it. But like I say, let me tell you, this is one cool way, but let me tell you, like I say, if you were to do these in pearls over a really nice color, man, you can get that hologram effect where it's like, man, depending on how much pearl you put, kind of like ghost fingerprint, but then they just pop up and scream at you when the sun hits them right, or the right lighting. And the whole key is you just want to have some of these meeting points like you would on a thumb, kind of like on your fingerprint. And same thing too, you know, you guys want to send me pics of your work. You want to send me, same thing, a screenshot of your business card. I want to thank Brother Steve too. We'll be posting that too. My brother Steve, small scale. Definitely be posting your business card. We want to try to keep everybody busy. And my brother Vlad, what is happening, my brother? Let me tell you, hopefully I'm able to get you some of that safety data, 20-page sheet, but Man, it's a good one, my friend. So I'm gonna kind of come in with one more line here. Call it right there. I'm gonna just come in literally just right here with one little line. And then, trying to think, I already did 1, 2, 3. Of course, yeah, I'm gonna do. You see, this is timely. And it's a lot of tape. My brother Chuck, Fat Lack, have you got to spray anything yet? Good night, my brother Cody. God bless you, my brother. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, one more right here. So just peel that up there and then back to that. Just because of my OCD, all those lines going past. Put those down real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, exactly, my brother Vlad. Lots of tape. It's ridiculous. So there we got that. Hey, did you see what Dio said too?
No.
He said, he goes, by the way, I watched you play a few basketball games. He's talking to you, of course. When you were in high school, great player. I knew that you were Rob's daughter once I heard that last name. Yep.
What? No way! That's
Yeah.
awesome!
And he's up in Truchas.
That's way awesome!
Okay, so what? Let's see here with all of this here. Honestly, let's see here. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do, honestly, in this area. Okay. Kicking myself, he said. Not yet. Forgot to grab some silver from you and worried about try to flake directly over the light gray. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely get some silver for sure, my brother. Man, and that silver, you're going to like it too. It covers really nice. Sprays really nice too. Let's see. Okay. Hey, did we bring... I think all we have is the white. We left all that other webbing at the school thing, huh? I think we did.
Let me check right here too.
Yeah, I think I left it over at the community center. That's all right.
You just have the white one?
Yeah, go check the. Hey, go check in my, in the shelf right in this one. There's a little black can of Montana. Let's see. And we're all pretty much almost ready to start. Yeah, definitely water drops. But we did, that is a timely process. That's the only sad thing doing that. Man, we would have to literally spray some Intercoat Clear, do the drips, spray it. That has to set till it dries, which is, that's why I never do it. We just don't got time to let it dry. But let me see. In fact, you know what? Watch. So instead, watch. We'll do. Let me wait. It's all right, girl. Yeah. That's
Okay.
you know what? Watch. Let's see if I got any. The fingerprint. Where's all those other stuff? The loose ones. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, it looks like that one is. Yeah, that one. You know what we will do? We'll do the actual fingerprint, the real fingerprint.
Which come in stencil kit number 8.
Yeah, kit number 8. So if you want the fingerprint, it is in kit number 8 on the website.
We have a limited quantity on.
Yeah, we definitely only have a few of those, the kits. So boom, let me. Endless lines. Okay, so I'm pretty much gonna mix up some colors. Like I said, I wanted to try to go with magenta, orange, and gold. Magenta, orange, and gold. That's a good one. The water drops, you can use a UV light. Oh, Brian's pulling a Rudy. That's funny. Did you drop your phone though, Brian? That was the key thing. And that is funny.
Rudy's doing pretty good tonight. He's only almost went down a couple times.
Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, so let me see. So we are gonna go.
A time lapse for the water droplets is a super good idea, Adam. We'll definitely have to do that.
I know that would be a good one. The struggle is real, Rudy. Don said. So boom, I think we're gonna do those right there. Okay.
My coffee was kicking in.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
You got a brown speed shape. I'll go grab it.
For sure. Grab the copper
yeah.
too. The copper one too. It's the quicker picker upper, he said. Let's see, wait up. I use Bounty on water drops. So, when you do say that, like with the Bounty, like what do you mean by that? Copper would be good. You got some copper coming to you, Lisa? Yeah, let's show. So this is,
These are the browns. And these are the copper.
Boom, boom, boom. Just messing about the drops. That's funny. Those colors, yep, definitely. And of course, we're gonna be going, of course, with these three. We're just laying out these for Brother Brian to kind of see. Got the copper, which ends up, the copper I made, it's got orange, brown, and it's got some apple in it, kind of some apple red, and of course mainly brown, orange, a little apple in it. This is straight up the candy brown that I have. Need some more black rings. Yeah, here we go, maybe. No. Should be black rings. Let's see if they're over there. The baby ones? Yeah, the little ones? Cherry. Thank you, Rudy.
You need 4?
Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 more. My brother Adam actually sell paint. I have clear, a bunch of different clears, candy, a bunch of stuff, my brother. It's all X Prime. Man, he's a cool dude though. But I don't think he's using the paint I'm selling. Give me a second. There's a link to anybody, back to that, anybody need paint materials, back to that, the link is in the description. Definitely appreciate you guys. Thanks for supporting. Okay, let's see here. Mix up the orange real quick. Orange, gold, and so we are doing. We'll get these out the way. We're doing the magenta, orange, and gold. No, so this, Lisa, is just straight up, it's candy brown. It's not House of Colors formula root beer brown. Which I can mix that. If you do want the House of Colors, I can mix the formula. I can mix it up for you, for sure. Okay. You know what? Give me, where's this marker? I'm not gonna use that much. Let's see. can mix anybody, any color they want in the candies for the most part.
Adam asked, how much for a job on an S10 extended cab if the bodywork is done?
So you got too much going on right now. No. Sorry, my brother Adam, just too much going on, brother.
And then Lisa asked, which brown did she get the first time?
So it would have been, that would have been almost like the brown, almost like that brown, but of course that one, same thing too. Man, I'm trying to think. That would have been all what I had, like a whole hodgepodge of stuff. That copper that's coming, man, you're gonna really like that.
And then what do you think about single stage paint with clear over it?
I mean, it's good, definitely, for sure. Single stage, let me tell you, so single stage, let me tell you, like single stage is literally, you know, man, you learn so much. Single stage would literally be whatever base coat color, and then it would be mixed with like finishing clear. So let's say like any of these, any toners that I have out of the mixing bank, I could put those in, let's say the VHS 900, the 800, any of that. It would be, of course, 1-to-1, 1 part. So if I'm mixing up a quart, it would be a half a quart of toner, and then it would be the rest of finishing clear. And that would be a single stage. Is there another cap? This one don't fit. One more cap. Let's see. This one fits. Cherry. Yeah, of course. Sorry guys, usually I have the paint all mixed up. I'm almost done.
I like the purple color. Theo said that's what he's gonna have to get mixed up is the purple.
For sure.
And some silver base and clear.
For sure, brother. We definitely appreciate your support, brother. Okay. How about that fan, Rudy? You want to set up the fan over that way? Yes, sir. The big one or whatever. No, I already sent it, Lisa. In fact, you should be getting that. I know, you should be getting that tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so, let me see. Let me go back over all of this. And then it's back choosing colors. What are we going to do? I'm going to actually probably go with the magenta. And the center here. And then it is back to this. I don't know if I do want to do the fingerprint on this side. I'm probably going to... Huh? No, that's all right. Let me see. trying to think, man. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Let me I'll cover this real quick here. Back to that there. Should have pulled out all those loose ones. It is though. Man, no, it's all right. So I'm gonna come in. See, my iPad keeps dropping off here. Come in with the webbing. Simple, always a good one. Boom, boom, boom. Silly string. That's webbing. You can get it. Montana, it's like spider web. Sprays out in a string. Kind of like literally.
The website.
Where do I get the webbing? That you can find online. Amazon, a bunch of different places. Okay, so I am gonna go with the fingerprinting. I'm gonna go magenta in that one. Back to this, you can come in. I just need to widen up the fan. This is the Candy Magenta. One of my favorites. Man, I definitely appreciate you guys supporting, man. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely. Thank you, Brother Don. I'm going to probably do the same thing. I'm going to come in over here with the magenta. Over the webbing. I'm gonna come right here, literally through the middle. I got this pretty boosted up. You have the option on the website to add 50% more tint at a very low cost, as well as double tint to kind of get it to cover a little quicker. Like you see that covered pretty quick right there. Now, let me see, take this. Let me get right here. And you got to think too where I'm going to, I'm not really going to mask this back up. I'm going to untape all that. And you got to think wherever I'm going to shoot the orange and the gold is going to make a nice color around the edge too. It's going to kind of accent it, harmonize it. Orange, gold, and the magenta. Very nice. So of course we'll go, I'm gonna unpeel that one off there. Same thing over here. And then I am gonna come, this gets a little tedious. Huh?
Are they all coming up?
Yeah, for sure. If you want to peel with all of those.
They are all coming up?
Yep. Teamwork. Boom, boom, boom. Put the lock screen on this one. That said your nails look like marshmallows.
That's funny.
Sure.
Yeah, you got the razor blade.
Yep, cherry. Boom.
They're fancy marshmallows.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Get this little guy
Oh yeah.
with the razor.
So of course, let me see, tech ready. Go through a lot of tech rigs here. It's sad. They get used once and then it's like. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot around this. And honestly, let me see. Let me see. Honestly, these are those decisions too. It's like, do I want to shoot around this with the magenta just to shade? Sometimes I would go in with black, of course, to shade, which would be a key thing too. It's gonna end up with a little orange in there too. Way too thick. Yep. Our black was way too thick. Mixed it up for the bike club on Tuesday and there we go. Okay.
David said, I love the green in the middle. Wish it could stay.
Yeah, the green in the middle. I know that would be a good one. Okay, so let me see. So in fact, I am gonna come. Let me see. So what we're gonna do, girl, is we are going to untape. Yep. So we're taking up this first. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna take up this all the way around. Be careful not to tear anything off. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, here, you grab this one. Teamwork. What do you guys think about Deja doing some taping the week after?
Yeah, right. Rudy and I will do a board on the live together. And Rob can walk us through it.
Hey, my brother Dion. Let's see. Brother Dion, what up? And I came in late after work, but I am here. Definitely my brother Dion. Okay, so got that little line there. Let's see what else we can actually undo. This one that was already kind of protected and taped. Boom. There we go. Of course, I'm going to keep that one on there real quick. We'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to come in now with the orange. So same thing, I'm going to go over this little bit here. I'm going to come over this right here, over the magenta. Same thing. Quite a few times. I'm going to come along this too. I'm actually spraying the orange out about 1.5 inches too. Making a really nice shade, as you guys can see from there to there. That's the whole thing. You want to utilize your colors. I was going to do all different shades of gold tonight, which would have been cool too. Okay. All right.
Get this screen keeps freezing out. Let's see what happens. Just have to do this. It's sad. Display. Never. That was out of luck. Never. Click back. Okay, boom. There we go.
And then same thing, this piece too. If anybody wants to get it tonight, of course it $3.50, and if not, we'll be posting it on the website. It's definitely available. So okay, so now next, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna take up this one. There you go, all the way across. Cherry. Then same thing on that side with this one. What else do we got here trapped in? We're gonna spray that one. We're gonna spray that one. And we'll just keep moving along here. We got that there. Okay. So I'm gonna do another orange. And I might shoot a little magenta over the orange, we'll see. Just to kind of red it up a tad. coat on that. And then, so yeah, let me see here. These are mini truck colors for sure. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let me see, like I say, I might just, I'm gonna barely buzz over with the magenta. I mean, like literally over that orange right there. Same thing right here. Just to get it to pop out a little bit more. That's the magenta. Go one more time there. Probably one more. One more. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. So now, this last one here. Boom, boom, boom. And then this one here. So this line here. Okay. We'll spray that one there. Let me see. Probably. I'm gonna come in with the gold. Thank you, my brother Jerry. You see how this looks. Okay. I'm gonna go just barely with a little bit of the orange over that gold. Not to, well, make it pop out a little bit more so it ain't quite as yellow. Same thing there. So I just barely went over the gold with a little orange. Okay, so let's take off this one. Be careful not to take off the
orange,
to take off that 2mm cherry. Okay. And let's see here. Pretty much almost there, ready to go. I think we're just really waiting on that one right there. So let me go a little bit of orange right there. I'm gonna barely hit this edge with a little bit of orange. But it's saying cannot ship to my address. Where are you from, my brother? The Tech Made Easy.
I asked him to. I'll go check it out.
Okay, for sure.
Once he gets back to me, we'll go.
I'm barely going over a little orange over that 2mm. It'll be real settle.
I'm gonna check that out.
For sure. Ah, that's a good one. Let me tell you, my brother, if we have to do an order and just do it separate and get your address redeal. She went into the computer right now to see what's up. Hopefully we can figure it out. So I'm gonna untake these 2 millimeters. Boom. Okay, then now I'm gonna probably just go a little bit of orange just right here. I'm not gonna shoot black in that. I'm literally just gonna come right here. Little bit of orange. Little bit of orange right around that turn. Okay. Cherry. I'm gonna untake this one up here. See here. We're pretty much ready for that. There. Same thing here. In fact, you know what, right there, I'm gonna do the same thing. Before I untape that right there, I'm gonna hit that with a little bit of orange right there too. Same thing, just right around that turn. Boom. Okay, so I'm gonna come even right here a little bit. Come around here, just a tad with that orange. Kind of makes it a real, man, the magenta and that orange over each other. Okay. Boom, boom, boom there. Same thing here. Boom. Okay. My brother Chris, what is happening, my brother? Okay, so back to that real quick with the tack rag. Kind of go over it. Those few little spots. And then now probably too, same thing. I'm going to come back probably with some orange right here. Back to this. Just remember, we're doing this as like a hood. Shoot the orange right around the edge. Going on this one, let me see. I'm going. I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna come back and shoot a little magenta over it. I'm gonna literally come back just a little magenta. Appreciate it, my brother. This is one of the boards you cut out. Got it. I'd say a little magenta over the orange. Kind of makes a little persimmon. Not enough to really tweak it too much. Same thing over here. Take the next. Figure it out.
So it looks good on our end. But I can send them an email and just that way we can double check the order with them tomorrow and call them first thing in the morning because it
For
looks
sure.
like it looks good on our end.
Hey, my brother Anjay, what is happening, brother? No, Jerry, that literally is black. It stays black like that. It looks like webbing. They sell it in like white too. Okay, so I'm gonna come in again with the orange. I feel like kind of doing, let me see. Let's see with the magenta here. I want to see what it looks like a little bit. A lot of this is just playing with it too. This is with the magenta a little bit. And if I don't like it, I'm going to go over with the orange some.
I love these colors.
Yeah,
They're
these are
pretty.
some of my favorite colors for
They're
sure.
definitely some of my favorites.
Yep, so that one there. Same thing. Boom, same thing with this here.
Thank you.
And then same thing, that one there. Yeah, then you know what? Ariela's gonna do the same thing. Hey, my brother Steph, I see on there. Where can we pick it up, Rob? Okay. Let me go one more time over here.
The webbing.
Oh, the webbing. So that, brother, that's man, they sell it. They sell a couple different brands. So Rust-Oleum sells it. You can find it online. Walmart used to carry it in the store. I mean, literally, even like 3 months ago. We needed a whole bunch for the after-school program, and I ended up having to order it online. There's this brand. What we sprayed today is Montana, which is graffiti. Everybody knows Montana. It's a cute little can though for kind of a lot. It's pretty thick. Okay, so let me see one more time right here with the magenta. One more time. Okay. I'm good with that. So this one here, just be careful. Back there, you got that one. Boom, boom, boom. And then, man, this is, let's see here.
Will the clear bury the webbing?
Yeah, it'll bury it. It is pretty thick. But yes, it buries it every time. That's an old school trick. Let me tell you like just a little history on the webbing. So back in the day, we used to use lacquer. Straight lacquer with no lacquer thinner in it to reduce it. And it would just spray out the gun just like this. And of course you even see on like Gypsy Rose, it's got the webbing, but that gun used to turn. It had a dual tip that would turn and it would spin the lace like you see down the side of Gypsy Rose. Okay, so let me real quick just because I didn't spray no white, which is crazy. I'm gonna spray just a little bit. Yeah, it dries pretty quick. Let me see. Be real quick. Back. We're almost done. Okay. Sprayed a little bit of white. That way we got some of our glow solid. You make sure. Okay. Quick here. You guys know me. Put the tape down and let the little boy go. Put the tape down and let the little boy go. Like I say, there's a description. In the description is the link to the website. You guys need any materials, we appreciate you guys 100%. Thank you for you guys that have supported. see. White. That you're gonna barely see. This will be a hologram effect, kind of. Barely going over it with the little magenta. I shot a little white. Those are the ones, literally the hologram effect. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, real ghosty. And then it's going to be one of those ones, John, where the light, it'll pop out at you, and then you won't see it. You'll see it, you don't see it. Okay. You see. Okay, let me go along this real quick. Barely with the little black. Honestly, just right there a little bit. A little black right there a little bit. All the way across this with the blacks. Okay, now we're gonna undo the border. Let me see. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. Okay. Let me try a little bit the orange. course, when you're doing a border, you can do anything. Like, you could go back and tape this up. You could do it a solid orange. I mean, like with the solid color, we could go over it white, do the border. I mean, it could end up going the magenta. I'm gonna shoot just a little bit of the orange. I could have went around it with the gold. And back to that. Go around it with a little bit of the magenta. Boom. Brother Johnny. Good job on the skateboard, Johnny, too, brother. Came out really nice. All right, we're gonna clear it. Let me mix up some clear real quick. I appreciate it, my brother. And the only thing kind of like, let's see. Put it down now. Yep, clear it. Okay, let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Got the little here. Super perfecting. Boom, boom, boom. Appreciate it, my brother Steve. Look there, use it. When you use the 800.
John wants to know if you can show how to mix a flake on one of your Thursday nights.
Yeah, for sure, my brother John. I'm gonna be using 800 tonight. That's what I've been using to do all of the boards. This is on the website. High solids. So we are gonna do a dry coat. Kind of let it tack down. You never want to shoot it on super wet over a multicolor. Yeah, the 800 is higher solids than the 45. The 45 is a 4-to-1, my brother John. That's really good though, super good. Super good. Same thing, the formula is basically like the 900 for the 45. It's just a 4-to-1 high solids. So it would be a little bit thinner, but still a high solids. Not a medium solids, but high solids. And that's the Glamour Clear. Super good price for that, for 130, 129. The 900, the 800, 700, those are all high solids. 2-to-1. We'll let this just set a minute. Appreciate it, my brother Chris. And of course, I always get in a hurry. I never want to wait the proper time. And usually on my Thursdays, I'll put this coat on it. We'll let it set for just, man, and I don't even let it set for like 3 minutes. And then I'll go back over it literally with 3 coats over each other. You know, just so you guys can see what it looks like wet. And in all reality, you should let it set. Give the proper flash time. I'm gonna turn up the lights here. I'm gonna undo the camera. I'm gonna unhook the phone here. Huh? Yeah, go ahead. Kind of see those little ghosties? And then see where I put the white? That's just glowing. It ends up like a solid magenta. Like I say, usually on the Thursday, you see I just kind of buried it with clear too. When I come over here, get a different angle. Listen, I think this thing's upside down. Oh, we got some mosquitoes, of course. There's big old bugs. It's always how it goes. Boom. You can kind of see those ghosties. Boom. Well, definitely I appreciate you guys. That webbing usually, Travis, you definitely got to bury it quite a bit. I mean, back to that, you know, 5 coats ends up getting it pretty good. And of course, you know, if you're going to resand it, re-clear it. And it is pretty thick. Let me tell you that, Montana. I truly recommend Rust-Oleum. There's even another brand that I got that's even thicker. So definitely we appreciate you guys. Definitely going to go out with some prayer. Appreciate you guys supporting the website. This piece is available too if you do want to get it. It'll be on the website. Thanks, everybody. Definitely. Let's go out with some prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you, Lord. We thank you, Lord, for all that you do for us, Lord. We thank you for the things that we take for granted so many times, Lord. We just give you just praise, Lord, for the skills and the talents that you have given us to make things look beautiful. I want to lift up everybody on this live tonight, Lord. I pray that you touch each and every person on here, especially if they don't know you, don't have a personal relationship with you, that they would, Lord. So we just give you praise. We ask for forgiveness in those areas that we fall short, Lord. Help us to shine a light, to be an encouragement wherever you have us placed in our immediate family, and just the everyday places that we go and the people that we see. And like I say, I lift up every single person on this live. I don't know what they're going through, whether good or bad, but you do, Lord. So we just thank you. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. Love you guys. God bless. Thank you for tuning in. My brother Martin, brother Michael. God bless you, my brother Legs. Appreciate you, my brother.
Everybody. Have a good night.
Good night. We appreciate you. Bam. Thank you, guys. Brother Dion. Love you guys, brother Jerry. Appreciate you guys. God bless.